Blessed ladies and gentlemen, you most welcome forward. Understand from the commercial break, and in the house we are raising with Grammy Award winning producer JazzWad all the way from England. All right, JazzWad, Garnett Silk, kingly character. How did you get Garnett Silk on that particular rhythm?
Well, it was actually Bobby Digital that got Garnett on that rhythm, because I recreated that rhythm, because that's an old-time rhythm from the Heptones, Fight It to the Top. So sometimes, you know, the Jamaican producers, they like to do over or do a remake of a rhythm that they know from the past. So this was a rhythm that Bobby Digital wanted me to do for him, and I laid that with him, and then he put Garnett Silk on the rhythm.
All right. Yeah. So you never have that kind of straight contact with Garnett?
Well, I was around him at that time, like maybe in the studio and stuff, but it wasn't actually me that put him on. It was really Bobby Digital. But while he was recording the song in the studio, I was there watching him doing the vocals and all of that type of thing.
All right. So, you know, how many artists would you say you've worked with hand in hand, you know, personally, hand in hand?
Many of them. Many of them. There's too many, like, you want me to name them?
Yeah.
I name some.
Mention a few, man.
Yeah, like Sean Paul, Shaggy, Sizzla, Capleton, Shabba Ranks, Buju Banton, Beanie Man, Bounty Killer, Damien Marley, Steve Marley, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaacs, Freddie McGregor, Vybz Kartel, Mavado, Elephant Man, Lady Star. All of them.
All of them. All right. You made mention of Vybz Kartel, and something just stepped into my mind. You know, Kartel is one controversial artist, and I know Kartel is Killer Youth. And, you know, just recently in the news, come like separation here and there, and, you know, Kartel threw words at Killer and all that. How did you get in contact with, you know, Kartel?
Well, Kartel used to come around Bounty Killer and myself before he was established, before people knew about him. So like we'll be here like we are now, we'll just be there chilling. He'll be there, Bounty will be here, I'm here, and we just listen to music. We drink, we smoke, we reason, we laugh. And obviously he writes lyrics, he's a good lyricist. So in the early part of his career, he was writing songs for Bounty Killer.
Wow.
That Bounty Killer would perform on record. And then at one stage, it was when he had a song called Gal Clown, that we said, okay, we're going to make this into be a collaboration. I think he was really writing the song for Bounty Killer to do on his own. But when Killer saw the lyrics, he said, let the two of us do the song together. And he said, well, JazzWad, I think we should make Kartel be on this track. And I said, yes, not a problem. You know what I mean? Because we're always ready for new talent to establish themselves. So the first song that we done with Bounty Killer and Vybz Kartel was Gal Clown. And that was the first song, as far as I know, that Vybz Kartel done that went out into the media.
So, JazzWad, how do you feel now in terms of Kartel and Killer, you know, separating?
Well, sometimes, you know, sometimes when an artist or somebody puts somebody on the map and gives them a platform to establish themselves, sometimes that person wants to go out on their own. So like, you know, over the years, Bounty Killer has had his alliance now, where he has other artists, and maybe Vybz Kartel wants to be just like Bounty Killer and have his own empire, as he has Gaza Empire, and he wants his own artist to establish, because, you know, Bounty Killer is an artist that has put out many artists to become big, that has played a big role in even dancehall on a whole level. That he just doesn't put out artists just to be heard. They've become world-renowned acts, you know what I mean, like the Vybz Kartel, Mavado, Busy Signal, Scare Them Crew, Elephant Man, Baby Sham, Wayne Marshall. He has a long list of artists that he has shown the way. So maybe Kartel now wants to be that type of man and show people the way, like he has his Gaza Slim, Tommy Lee, Popcorn, and this type of thing. So I don't really like the separation, but every man has their own decision to make. But I will still link with Kartel, although he's in prison now. So, you know, we always say free Kartel, no matter what the circumstance. We don't wish for no man to be behind bars. So, you know, free Kartel, free Buju Banton, that type of thing. But Kartel is doing his own thing, and all the best to him.
But come like disrespect to Killer, Because as me boss you out, and now you've got to the stage that you want to, and you turn back and disrespect art.
Yes.
And you to being maybe one of the major person them who put those people there, you know.
Well, you know, it's sad to say, but sometimes you have people that are ungrateful. You know, you give them a chance and they becomes themselves now. They become that man. They feel like they're too big for you now, so they feel that they can disrespect you as well. And that's just a form of ungratefulness, I think. And they say you shouldn't bite the hand that feed you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't burn your bridges. You know, and some people don't know this. And many artists, I've seen many artists that they when they're starting up to get out there, they're like, oh, I'll always be the same. I'll always be humble and cool, and I'll always remember where I'm coming from. And as time passes, they have this big new ego. There's a different person. Because money changes people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And enough time you hear people say, oh, money cannot change me, and I will never change through the money. But they do change. And we're only human, so people have a right to do or be as they want to be. And these are the type of people that they want to be ungrateful, and this is how they are.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the house is JazzWad, and we're having a nice time, having a chit-chat, you know, about his works in terms of working with artists, you know, to artists and all that. So all these artists that you've worked with, which ones would you say they are so exciting to work with? Because I know some artists are very, very troublesome.
I'm excited to work with all artists. You know, I wouldn't really pick out one that I say I'm excited to work with. Obviously, me and Bounty Killer have a musical relationship that has spanned now for nearly 20 years and more. So he will definitely be one of the first artists I would say is one that I like to work with all the time, because not only do we work in studio, but we do work on stage and live. So when Bounty Killer does a live show with the bands, I'm the musical director. From his first show he ever done, I'm the one that always rehearse the band, tell them how to play, orchestrate them, and send them out. So I would say he's one of the main artists. But I also like working with Damian Marley too, because he's a workaholic. Work non-stop for hours, and then sometimes not really me, but maybe others that are there working, they start to get tired. He keeps going. So I like his work ethic, what he has. And yeah, I would say Damian Marley, Bounty Killer. I like Sizzler too. Sizzler's a hard working. When he gets down to work, he does his thing. I like working with Capleton too, because he has the energy. You know what I mean? I done a track with him, Bundong Dreddy, and he done it in one take. One take. He didn't have to repeat nothing. Never had to start from beginning or in the middle or in the end. It was from the start to the finish. Yeah, yeah. So you have different artists that have a different energy. Wow. You know what I mean? And yeah, I like working with all of them.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, now we'll talk about the Grammy-winning, you know, artists, and also the album, Welcome to Jamrock, with a beautiful thing inside there, beautiful featuring Bobby Brown and Damian Marley. Let's go have a feel of the beautiful video. When you come forward, trust me, more beautiful, beautiful. You don't know, man. This one is featuring Bobby Brown from the album Welcome to Jamrock, the Grammy award-winning album. Yeah, man, which JazzWad laid on the beat. You heard Damian saying that in the song, don't it? Yeah, man, JazzWad.
All right, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you.